Hi everyone, welcome to Shikara IAS Academy. So today we are going to discuss about Indo-Gangetic Plains, not the physical classification as such, but understanding why the physical classification has to be done and how it has been classified. Okay, geomorphological regions. We all know that we generally classify Ganga plains as per the state, Rajasthan plains, Punjab and Haryana plains, Uttar Pradesh, and the same time southern Uttarakhand plains, and similarly Bihar, which is continued till Bihar, Assam plains because of the Brahmaputra river. So each and every plains has a specific reason for formation. For example, Rajasthan plains, there are multiple theories and reasons. One, because of the structure of the Aravalis and rainfall not happening from years together, eroded the rocks and valleys and everything made into a sand and plain. One more theory says that because of the river Saraswati it has been done. One more theory says about river Gaggar, which used to be present once upon a time. I mean, the present river Gaggar, which used to be Saraswati then, has made a various depositions and led to the change of its course. And Luni River, for example, and change in the Indus River. There are so many theories for that. I'm not going into like what exactly is the reason. But now we will be going to discuss about the latitudinal sections of the classification. Look at it. So this zone, what you see here, is all a plain. This plains is because of Indus River, Satluj River, Ganga River, Yamuna River, right? Yamuna River and Gagra River, Gandak River, Kosi River, Saptakosi rivers, Brahmaputra rivers. All these rivers has led to the formation of these great plains. Yes, very great plains for that matter. Have a look at here. So these are like Shivalik mountains, and also the existing mountains of southern Shivaliks are what there are so many hills. Mountains are, yes, Shivaliks are very great mountains, but in between, while you are going from UP to Shivaliks, we still encounter a remnants of Shivaliks. Okay, from that and also from the Shivaliks. Whenever there is a rainfall happening here, the rainfall comes down. Not just rainfall comes down as a river, but also this particular hill breaks down as sand, right? And if you go beyond it, there will be one more type of sand or gravels that is found. And to the west and east of rivers, you find different type of sand and gravels. That is what we are going to discuss about here. For example, this is Indo-Gangetic Plains. You know that. To the south of Shivalik mountains and Himalayas, we have this formation of what we call it as Ganga plains. Look at this. This is one more example. So on hills we can't grow obviously agriculture. So the foothills of Shivaliks, the foothills of Shivaliks is where you find good amount of agriculture because the soil here is very fertile. Why? This is a sedimentary rock. This is a sedimentary rock. If it is a igneous rock, only certain type of chemicals will be formed. But if it is a sedimentary rock, it is a mix of everything. Every type, different kind of material are found. Look at it. If this is Himalayas, just below the Himalayas, we have boulder formation or rock formation. Right? I think you might have seen this movie, Hrithik Roshan ka movie Krish, where the introduction scene and the majority of the first half of the movie goes near this Babar region at the foothills of mountains, where he jumps from one rock to other rock, one rock to other rock. Do you remember? So that is like Baba mountains. So if you go further down below mountains, below Babar, you have something called fertile land, that is Terai. Terai region is where you find more amount of agriculture, more amount of rainfall and vegetation and national parks. For example, Kaziranga National Park, Pabitara Wildlife Sanctuary, Baksa National Park, and all these national parks are also found in this Terai region. Okay. If you come below Terai region, then the actual river starts. Now, if this is a river valley, which is like going in a longitudinal direction, soil just side of this particular river is called as Khad, and soil beyond the river bed or very far away from the river bed is called as Bhang. So now tell me which can be the new soil. Khada will be the new soil, Bhanga will be the old soil, because Khada soil, the type of soil is generally formed every day. Every day you have river flowing, every day we have soil formation, and whenever there is a floods, occasionally once in a year or twice in a year or maybe biannual, then these Bangar lands are formed because of the extension of this particular land. Okay, and you can see here. So just now I said below Himalayas, whenever the river comes down and breaking these Himalayas into pieces, there are big boulders that are formed here, very big boulders, and the boulders can be very big, not just this thing, a very big boulder. It can be Babar. This land is called as Babar. This is Babar land. So now tell me, is this land, is this rock land is good for agriculture? No, this is not good for agriculture. It is unfit for agriculture, very bad for agriculture. But now look at this, after rocks we have Terai land. So here this is a place in the northern Uttar Pradesh where Terai land is there here. So this particular river while traveling will deposit all the sedimentation here, which will lead to the formation of the Terai land. And similarly below these rocks can be eroded into pieces for millions of years, and also Terai land is formed. Okay, as you can see, Babar and Terai. So yes, in Shikhar IAS Academy we have mentorship program. This is to inform you that we have TSPSC 25-26 50 students per batch by Deepika ma'am, where we have one-to-one mentorship program, weekly live doubt clearing sessions, study plan, and if you have any doubts and you need a demo of it, and 7702026769. Along with that we have group 1 and group 2 coaching provided in exclusively in English medium. So we have live plus recording, and comprehensive current affairs will be there, prelims and mains separate test series. Mains test series will be there with us, subject based practice tests, answer writing practice, essay guidance, and everything, rest all things also present. Okay, and if you want free demo, 7702026769 is a number you can call to us, and right now we are having a discount of 20%. Look at this. I'm not going to give you the whole notes and the slides with complete information, which was already presented in the description. So open the description of the video. There you have everything related to this Babar, Terai, Bhangar, Khadar, and Ray soils. Okay. Now Babar. So it is a narrow rocks. It is a type of rocks which you find. Okay, as I said. Now look at, these are the narrow rocks. It can be like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, or 5 kilometers, depends, but not so much amount of grade. So here we have porous. So obviously if water is flowing on it, it won't flow on it, right? It will go below the particular rock. So the water will be porous and dry. Obviously you can't find much amount of water. Water will be going below these rocks or side of these rocks, but not on rocks. So we call it generally alluvial fans, right? And similarly pebbles, gravels is what you find, and soil type is coarse and rocky. So it is unfit for agriculture. Fertility is very bad. And in the states like Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, UP, northern UP, not complete UP, northern UP, and similarly northeastern Haryana is where you get it. Terai land, as I said, below this rocks we have good land. It is a marshy, damp, ill-drained, forested. So we have good amount of forest. So if there is a good drainage pattern, then we will go with agriculture. But we don't have we do have drainage, but it is not so great. That is what I would like. So we have drainage, but it is not like complete drainage that we have in the Bhangar region. In Bhangar region, we have fossil remains, we have conker, we have terraces that is been formed, and in ultra alluvium. Similarly, if you look at the soil types, alluvial soil is, yes, in majority of the cases we find alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is the very important soil that is present here, because the rocks that have been broken down into pieces that will be converted into alluvial soil. That is very important. Obviously, now tell me what kind of fertility you find. Fertility will be very good, obviously. So fertility is good, so agriculture is good, so majority of the population stays there. So population is very much. So this is how you have to define yourself or understand yourself. So fertility is very high. Okay, Terai region, yes, fertility is high, but the problem, there is a frequent flood formation. There is a frequent flood formation in the Terai region. In Babar region, you may not have that much amount of flood formation, but in Terai region, we still have so much amount of floods. That is very important. So what is the most flooded region? Terai. Along with Terai, look at this. The Khadar region, which is very near to the river. So do you expect flood in Khadar region? Yes, in Khadar region you find very high flood. Please understand, very high flood will be there in the particular Khadar region. So now tell me, which states, UP, Bihar, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, is what or is in the northern parts, particularly northern UP, northern Bihar, northern southern Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand will be southern. West Bengal, northern West Bengal. And Bhangar region, as I said, it is an older alluvium. Terraces will be formed like that. Conker rocks will be there, and it will be much of clay material, right? Which is generally non-porous, but not zero porous. It is non-porous, right? And fertility moderate, because you have to, majority of the region is ill drained, and again the fertility of the soil might be gone because there might be erosions here, and agriculture is predominantly present here from ages together, say from 200 years or 100 years. It is very much predominant, particularly in the past 50 years, because of this green revolution. This particular area is now extremely affected with rare lands or color lands. We have salinity, okay, saline lands. These are like saline lands. That's very, very important. Okay, so Khadar, new alluvium, floodplains replenished annually. Every year we will be having this new Khadar, a new type of soil that will be deposited. It is sandy, light in nature, very high fertility, along with the major rivers, or majority of the rivers. It can be Godavari, Krishna like southern rivers, or it can be Ganga, Yamuna and northern rivers, whatever the river it is. And color, right? Saline lands, alkaline, barren, expanding. It is still expanding. Every day it is expanding. Yes, it is expanding not because of the nature, but because how bad we are utilizing the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. How bad we are using it, how extremely we are using it. It depends on us. And saline and alkalinity will be there. Unproductive. These are once productive lands, now unproductive. Like same like ill drained lands. Once there is huge amount of water, now there is no water. Sterile lands. So water is decreased. Similarly, it is also unproductive. Okay, UP, Haryana, Punjab. So these lands are related to agriculture. Wherever you use green revolution, there we have this ray or color lands. That's very, very important. Okay, so this is the things you have to understand. What is Baba, what is Terai, what is ill drained lands? It is Terai, because soil is saturated, that drainage pattern is not possible. And Bhangar is older alluvium, Khadar is new alluvium, ray and saline lands. Whatever the land that becomes saline because of the inefficient uses of fertilizer, pesticide, fungicide, weedicide, herbicide, insecticide, all the sites. Now it becomes ray or color lands. So this is something that you have to understand. So this is Himalaya. This is one example. This can be same for Eastern Ghats. This can be different for Western Ghats. You don't know. It depends upon mountain to mountain. So Baba, Terai, Khadar and Bhangar. These are the 4 different regions that we need to understand in the plains of Ganga. Right? Thank you.